Interview with the Vampire, Anne Rice. In a dark room in San Francisco, a journalist listens as a man named Louis begins his confession. Louis is a vampire, more than 200 years old, and he wants to tell his story. Not for fame, but for truth. He begins in 1791 in New Orleans, where grief has hollowed him after his brother's death. It is then that he meets Lestat, a charming, predatory vampire who offers him an escape from despair through immortality. Louis accepts, and with one bite, his human life ends. Louis soon discovers that eternal life is not salvation, but torment. He feeds on blood, but clings to his conscience, refusing to kill humans when he can avoid it. Lestat mocks him for this weakness, insisting that power, not morality, defines their kind. Together they live in a decaying plantation, their bond both intimate and poisonous. Louis despises Lestat's cruelty, but fears to leave him, trapped between fascination and revulsion. When Louis threatens to abandon him, Lestat turns a dying child, Claudia, into a vampire, binding Louis to him through guilt and love. Claudia, with the mind of a woman trapped in a child's body, becomes both their daughter and their curse. She and Louis share affection and loneliness, while Lestat remains manipulative and possessive. Decades pass, and Claudia grows inwardly older, her rage at her eternal childhood festering. One night, she strikes back, killing Lestat in revenge for the life he stole from her. Louis helps her dispose of the body, believing themselves free. They travel through Europe in search of others like them, yearning for meaning and companionship. In Paris, they encounter the Théâtre des Vampires, a coven led by the elegant Armand. Here, vampires pose as actors, performing death on stage for unsuspecting humans. Armand is philosophical, charismatic, and lonely. He offers Louis a new purpose, but his interest comes at a cost. When the coven discovers that Claudia killed Lestat, they punish her brutally, burning her and her new companion to ash. Louis, consumed by grief and fury, burns the theater and leaves with Armand, though his soul remains haunted. Years later, in the present, Louis finishes his tale. He tells the boy interviewer that immortality brings no peace, only endless hunger and loss. But the boy, entranced by the romance of it all, begs Louis to make him a vampire. Enraged, Louis attacks him, leaving him unconscious but alive. When the boy awakens, he plays back the recording, his voice trembling with wonder. Instead of horror, he feels desire, the same desire that once drew Louis to Lestat. He resolves to find the vampire himself, seeking the dark gift that Louis called a curse. The story closes in the shadow between life and death, love and damnation, an echo of every human longing for eternity and the unending night.